And we're live. I'm Kendall,
And I'm Muriel.
and we are Meet the Godfreys.
And today we have a wonderful discussion for us to talk about.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
And hold on, wait. Before we start, y'all know I gotta go on because we haven't worked out that kink.
Yeah,
Um, I want y'all to be. We want to be able to see y'all comments on. Hold on, they fix it. Okay, there you go. Here you go. I want to be able to see y'all comments when y'all talking to me on the page. 1 second. Here we go. All right. So it should be on. How y'all doing tonight? I'm surveying y'all comment, talk to me in the chat because I want to make sure that I could hear and
take it with you.
not hear. See you guys' comment.
Yeah, take it with
you. Edit privacy. There we go. It's on public.
Okay, let's go.
There we go.
Close the door. What's up, Jimmy?
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Tonight on Meet the Godfreys, guys. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys are able to comment. Welcome. If this is your first time on, we're so excited to have you. This is Meet the Godfreys, and tonight we are talking about Built for This. And we're talking about entrepreneurship and balance, okay?
Yep.
Entrepreneurship and balance. So tonight we are just going to take a dive into the beautiful chaos of entrepreneurship, right? From early dreams to late night deadlines, right? We're sitting down with a powerhouse guest tonight. I'm talking about a powerhouse guest who's building with purpose, okay? And a whole lot of grace, okay? And how we're going to discuss, like, how do you protect your peace when the pressure is real, right? And what happens when business feels like a calling and a battle, right? Mm-hmm. So we got somebody here tonight that's going to help us out with all those things. So welcome at Highlight, bring in your friends, all those people, because tonight we are going to have none other than, I'll let you do the introduction.
Yeah, my brother Moses Acombe, you know what I'm saying? He's a very good friend. You know what I'm saying? And he's basically doing this thing, the entrepreneur, you feel what I'm saying? And he's teaching you, it's like a life coach. He's teaching you how to live well, you know what I mean, how to balance life with, everyday adventures and the journeys that you go through and deal with throughout your, everyday life, basically. So, I mean, it's an honor and a privilege to have him. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this thing for a while.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we just gonna go back and forth and ask him a couple questions and get his size on how entrepreneurship is ran and I mean how he do his thing with his business. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
Y'all tune in, man. It's a special treat.
Invite.
Yeah.
We made it on here a little bit earlier than we did last week, y'all.
Yeah.
We told y'all 8:00.
Yeah, I mean, we got to work out the kinks. We got to get everything situated.
This is just. They don't look and nobody look straight.
Yeah, look straight. Look at the camera. You got to be looking at the camera because you like to look at your face on the screen.
Yeah, man. Let's bring on our amazing guest tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just inviting a few people in the room.
Yeah. I did the same
I know
thing.
Some
share,
like, come comment, back and watch the replay.
You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, man.
Let me let Mama know we on. Yeah. Here we go. And we want y'all to, the same way y'all interact with us, we want y'all to interact with our guests. Whatever questions that you have, please feel free to ask them. I'm trying to tell Mama we live, so you go ahead and get ready to bring brother on. I'm just liking this love to share this to get some people in the room because our brother has amazing information to share, and we don't want you guys to miss this.
We definitely don't want you to miss it.
And we invite our brother to invite everybody who he wants to be in the room. He could invite a few people out. Those people who may not have been able to, make it to him. But they get a special treat tonight to hear him talk about it live. We are live on Meet the Godfreys. Meet the Godfreys. If they have never been on Meet the Godfreys, you can always just share the link. That's what I'm doing right now. Sharing the link. I'm going to use YouTube, y'all.
Yep.
Because if y'all haven't followed us on YouTube, we invite you to follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
On the Tizoo.
TikTok. We on,
Your
we on a nice amount of media platforms.
You're
so
live.
whatever you want to check out, we're on them.
Oh, it's not live yet.
What on YouTube?
Yeah,
it might be. We probably just can't see it. I don't know. It don't matter. That's neither here nor there. We're not gonna hold up. You know what I'm saying, everybody? We're gonna go ahead and bring my brother Moses on. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
And, let him go ahead and give us an introduction and
teach us something.
Yeah, for sure.
Teach us something. Come in the room and teach us something, brother. Drop some of that wisdom. Light the platform. You are the first guest.
Yo.
First guest, man.
What's going on, family? What's the word?
Oh, man. What's the deal?
We in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
What's the word?
Yeah.
So excited to have you tonight. Welcome.
Man.
And would you introduce yourself to the people?
Yo, everybody. My name is Moses at home. I am a holistic healer, motivational speaker, meditation instructor, life coach, subconscious coach, man, whatever you would. I deal with physical, mental, spiritual healing.
Yeah.
So that's what I embody. That's what I am. This is what it is. Man, I want to thank y'all for having me too. Man, I've been watching y'all build, and how we connect on those frequencies. You feel me? So
I appreciate it.
I'm excited.
For sure. Yes, sir.
So you talked about a lot. Can you where do we even start in this interview where we talk to you about what it is that you do? Because I myself I was able to experience what you do and literally see a change in my life. And also, I don't know if you want me to talk about it now, but the amazing product that you have that's all natural.
Mm-hmm.
When I was working at Cook County doing my Cook County days, that gave me energy, right? We see a lot of products. Hey family, we see a lot of products that's advertised to the people that you get and you spend a lot of money on, and it don't work.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just saying it didn't work. But I tried your product and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it did an amazing job.
No, for sure.
No doubt.
Man, I'm amazed. So wherever you want to start, welcome, Sister Dani. We see you on. Welcome. We have the amazing Moses Acombe, and he's talking to us tonight about the whole body health and wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is a whole. Tell him what you do again, brother. He holistic.
Yeah, I'm a holistic healer. On the physical level, the mental level. Like I say, my main practice is in meditation. So we deal heavily into the mental health aspect. But like the Queen just spoke on. As far as when it comes to your physical health, we definitely target specific herbal remedies that can target specific parts of the health. So like how she just spoke on energy, whether if it's something with weight loss, high blood pressure, diabetes, we've packaged up some very, very God-made powerful remedies, and a lot of things that even like our great grandparents used to take regularly, and that's when that they weren't getting sick like they're doing today, because they was taking these natural herbal remedies. So we're trying to wake the people up, let them know, I know everything's in moderation. We like to do what we do on the side, but it's a balance, so sure. I don't care if you look, I don't judge. I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you drink. You feel me? This is, especially if you do though, this is something that you want to incorporate in your lifestyle because it's all about balance at the end of the day. I know you like to have a cheat day. You're gonna go out, you're gonna, eat pizza, get a burger, but then you want to cleanse that, you want to cleanse it out. So exactly. So it's a balance with everything that we do in life. So we incorporate the natural holistic approach with it, you know, because a lot of times, you know, think about, you know, a lot of the commercials you be seeing on TV, a lot of stuff got tons of crazy side effects, you know, right? So when you're doing everything natural, you think about how you eat your fruits and vegetables, that's from the earth, you know, that's God made, you feel me? So, you know, we're promoting 100% holistic healing, and again, it's on a physical level, but it's all
up in
exactly.
For sure. It all work hand in hand.
Exactly.
Because you are what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? You are what you believe you are. You know what I mean? And so it starts inside, and you know, it starts within, and then you spread what you know forward. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's definitely the mode we all need to be in. You know what I'm saying? We all need to be on that type of timing, man. So
yeah, no doubt. You know, and I'm like I said, I like to be realistic though, you know, because again, you know, where everyone's not vegetarians and vegans, you know, everybody, you know, we have to be very realistic when it comes to, you know, our health, because again, you know, the people, our customers and clients that we come into contact with, you know, everyone has to start off somewhere, you know, and just a little bit, just a little spoonful of this, little spoonful of that, it goes a long way, you know.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
So you know, one thing again, I like to motivate people, you know, to especially go get your blood work done, you know, go see what's happening on the inside, you know. But once you get those numbers, now you could look at that and be like, oh damn, okay, I see that's off, I see this off. Okay, let me look on the flip side now and see, okay, if my blood pressure's up, what natural herbs can be able to balance that out, you know?
Right.
So it's all about learning what's happening on the inside.
Gotta wing people off this medication, because it's not, people don't understand that it's not a cure. It's not a cure. It's just, it's something to cover what you're feeling. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're feeling that's maybe bothering you or something is really just an indication that something's wrong. So if you're just covering it up and masking it, you know, it's not gonna do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it's gonna go bad. You know what I mean? And so that I look at the holistic way, like it's really just, it's a natural way. You know what I mean? Like it and it actually works, man. It actually works. For real.
So because high blood pressure and diabetes is such plague in our communities, what is something, how do you first deal with a person that may come to you dealing with these ailments?
Well, I mean, first, you know, we got to be very transparent and we got to hold ourselves accountable, because, you know, honestly, we do a lot to our bodies to put us there. First of all, you know, so, you know, if you got a car, and, you know, if you're constantly getting flat tires, you gotta say, bro, are you purposely running over these potholes? Like, you know, what's going on? You know, so what I do like to speak about is, you know, what's going on in your current diet, you know, because again, it's a lot of things that you're putting in your body that could be breaking certain things down. You know, when we're younger, it's all good. You feel me? You know, but once we start to get older, we start to feel like, man, you know, something ain't right over here, something ain't right over there. And 9 times out of 10 is something that you are doing. So again, I speak on moderation a lot, but depending on where you are, because everybody got their own situation and circumstances going on internally, but depending on where you are, you know, you have to be very accountable for what's presently happening inside of your body, because this is your temple we're talking about. Nobody else. It's all you. You feel me? So again, if you're suffering from diabetes and you're addicted to pop, sugar,
you gotta be accountable. You gotta hold yourself accountable. Like you gotta say, I need to get out. I need to stop drinking this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta reverse it.
Exactly. So, you know, those are the type of things that we want to be able to identify and say, okay, this is what's doing the damage. Now, on the flip side, we say, okay, well, now we got something that can help repair, you know? So, but the thing is I tell people, I keep it a buck with everybody. I tell them it's no point of buying this if you have no plan on stop drinking that pop. You feel me? Or at least cutting it down to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Don't even waste your money. You feel me? It's not going to do nothing because you know, I'm not trying to have you coming back to me like, oh, it's not working, because you're not trying to fix what you're doing to yourself. You feel me? So it's again, so that's always the first step, is figuring out, okay, what's that diet like? And then of course, you know, like I said, I always, you know, recommending for us, you know, people can go and get certain doctor recommendations and see, you know, okay, this is their you know, their outlook on it. You know, we like to do comparisons. So, you know, I don't hate on the medical industry at all. You know, I think, you know, we're blessed that we're in the state of you know, in this state of technology right now, because a lot of those things are necessary. However, it's what we do daily. We're not going to be we don't plan on being in the hospital daily. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be going to the doctor daily. Right. It's what we doing at home daily is what's going to count. We talking day after day after day after day after day after day after day. Yeah, that goes a very, very long way. You know.
Yeah, no, for sure, sure.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got here? What led you to, because you're very passionate about it, and you know what I mean? It's so much passion that flows behind you talking about helping the people and literally doing it in a holistic way. Is there something specifically that led you in this direction of this being your day-to-day, you know, what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on a personal level, you know, my mother, she passed away from colon cancer. You know, that was something that was probably the biggest eye opener, because at that time, that was probably about I just want to say about 8 or 9 years ago. You know, I was completely ignorant to herbs, sea moss, anything to that nature. You know, but you know, once we got that news, it's like, yo, now we on the internet trying to figure out, hey, what could do this, what can do that, because whatever it is happening on the other side, it ain't working. You know, that was one of the biggest eye openers. But even as myself, personally, you know, I'm someone who's I suffer from chronic scoliosis. You know, I've had my fair share of back pains and, you know, things of that nature. So I mean, even myself, you know, I had to make myself my own patient, right? You know, so again, it happened on a very personal level, dealing with my mother, myself, and a lot of the pain that I had regularly. You know, once we started to tap into what God had planned for us. And for me personally, you know, it's a life changer. So okay, now I see what it's doing. I see what it's doing for me. Yo, I gotta get this to the people.
I gotta spread the word. I gotta let people know. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
That's dope. That's amazing, because like you, and first of all, my condolences. You know, I've already probably shared that with you, but like you, my mother also is deceased, and she passed from cancer, right? And here's the crazy part: we were doing the all this testing, right? Me and my sister, like after my mom passed, and then the doctor called one day and just was like, yeah, you guys don't need to keep doing this testing. It was May of 2019. I'll never forget it. I was going into a home running on Western, and she was like, the cancer that your mother had was caused by the medication that she was taking. And the medication that she was taking was actually a medication that they gave her to stop the breast cancer, right? She had a small, it was so crazy, because I worked 20 years in pharmacy, right? And one thing about what I do is the same thing like I do here. You know what I mean? I'm going to push you to your purpose. If God showed me a purpose in you, I'm going to reveal it to you, and I'm going to push it, right? So just like that, it was like it sent the shift to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, dang, how did I miss this? Number one, this is what I do. This is how I make my bread and butter. I'm giving out medication. So wait a minute. I'm giving out medication. This medication stopped this one cancer. And let me tell you what was so crazy. When my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, they told her that if it was a such thing as a good cancer, this was the one that she had because it was all contained in one cell. So when they went in, they was taking it out.
Okay.
And that was it. So my logic was, well, why is she taking this medication?
Right.
You know,
What's the point?
Why does she need this medication? You know what I'm saying? But they said this is to stop the cancer from coming back, but it might cause another cancer. And so that's when, you know what I mean? That's where we was like, man, this anything that can be you know, given could be or not given, you know what I'm saying? If you get it, you could unget it, you know, for
you
lack of a
term.
you can reverse it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't against the medical industry, same thing, you know, push, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. But I've seen
witnessed it.
The holistic and literally praying and believing God and
doing the work,
trusting and doing the work within my eternal self. You get what I'm saying?
Within just knowing that I gotta do this. I can't keep doing what everybody else doing.
Exactly.
Not isolate for a second.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My mind and my body and my soul together. Get myself in order.
I'm looking at the food. What they say.
The food's so processed. Man, it's not even food no more. It's more processed than it is actual food.
Yeah.
So
many preserves and so many things in it to give you ailments, and you take on, you know what I'm saying, especially with like the meats and the stuff. You got to think about it, like how long ago was that meat killed or you know
right.
You know what I'm saying? Slaughtered.
Right.
To that store, and then how long was it in the store till they put it on the shelf? And you know how it go, man. They pump. You know, it's just
all type of hormones and chemicals, and it ain't like how it used to be. You know,
not at all. It's not like you know when you had your own farms and you could, you know what I'm saying, make your own everything pretty much. You know, and do your own. It's like they I don't keep saying but you know what's going on, man.
Hell yeah, we know what it is. We know we get it. Trust and believe, you know.
Right. So you gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You gotta open up and look and see, like, really, I'm gonna be honest, they put it in your face. You can go right on any box, back of the nutrition. The nutrition facts are right there.
You know what? People don't care. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an addiction. Do you feel me? It is. Man.
That is the word for it. It's definitely an addiction.
It's up here because I'm okay.
It's hard to. I mean, and I'm somewhat a product of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit there and say I eat the best and do the best. You know what I mean? But I notice very like I instantly notice when I don't eat right how my system instantly changes and goes back to like I feel horrible. I feel like for real. Like she know it. Like I'll tell her like, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like
something ain't right.
Yeah, it ain't right. Yeah.
It's
you know what I'm saying? And
nobody gonna talk to you
instantly. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the older I get, it really does it. You know what I'm saying? But I notice now. So now that I notice that more, I'm trying to I try to control it as much as possible. I try to eat right. You know what I'm saying? I try to, you know what I mean, more fruits and vegetables and work out. You know what I'm saying? Like I try my best to keep doing that and keep it as a life. This is the lifestyle. I gotta make myself do this. If I can make time for everything else, I can make time for this. You know what I'm saying? I can make time to do some push-ups, do sit-ups, and you know what I'm saying? I'm already on the go. You know what I'm saying? I'm already I'm really never sitting. I don't have really idle time too much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, definitely. So I always think about that, man. I always encourage people to get in tune with yourself as far as what your body really needs. You know what I'm saying? Because we consume too much and we overconsume and we do a lot that our body don't deserve first and foremost and don't need. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we putting in all these toxins and we never detox. We just keep stuffing on top of it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is, right there.
Your health, you like I always say this, like I think about this, like okay, they say, you know, retirement at the age of 65 and stuff like that or whatever, you know, when you get that age, sometimes, I mean, unless you really took care of yourself and actually, you know what I'm saying? And there's some people, don't get me wrong, some people that took care of themselves and they just can't, sometimes it might have been hereditary disease. Some just, they, you know, that's just God. That, I feel like that's God, you know, ain't no telling. But I know for the most part, you know, like as far as an ideal situation is like you get to that age and if you haven't really been taking care of yourself, working out and exercising and using it and doing, you know, doing stuff that you're supposed to be doing, you be living in agony. You know what I mean? You know, medications, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you don't know when you may not wake up, or when you wake up, and that might be the day you got to go to the home, or you got to go to the hospital when just something just failed. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing all this for so long that by the time you in a point of where I'm supposed to be enjoying life.
Exactly.
Really,
that's the thing, you know.
And to be honest, you're supposed to start now. It's supposed to start when you at this age. You know what I mean? When you're young, and you know what I mean. But they, you know, 65. You know, you enjoy everything and retire all that. But it don't always, for the most part, especially in our community. I ain't saying in nobody else's communities, but it don't always work like that, man.
That's what I say. It's like it's what we do. It's what we do when we're young. You know what I'm saying? Because again, and that's where it is. It's like what's everything that's happening right now. Like especially if you're in the range of 35 to 45 on up. You know, it's like this is right now in your very day-to-day process. It's you the judge and jury of whether or not how your life is going to be as a senior. You know what I'm saying?
Because the rest of your living on this earth, basically.
I'm telling you, we got a question. But y'all telling the truth. We got a question for you. Is Miss Nita Loving Life? Welcome. So happy to have you here. She says,
so where do you start if you want to change how you eat? And that's a very good question. You know what I'm saying? That is a very good question. Now, and I think go ahead. Yeah, Moses. Yeah, I was just gonna. Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna give him the floor.
I mean, what I would say is, you know, just for one, you know, you have to be, like I said, you have to be very realistic with yourself. You know, you can't. It's very difficult to go cold turkey. You know, for folks folks that eat, you know, if you eat pork, if you eat red meat, you know, it's steps. It's steps to everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So depending on where you are currently, I mean, we like to incorporate like you know, like bro just spoke on detoxing and cleansing. You know, that's always the first step. You always want to cleanse because whatever, if you've been on a poor diet and you've been, you know, realistic with yourself, you got a lot in there. Worm, parasites, who knows? You know, we got that out, you know, and that's why we always push our we got a remedy called liquid gold. And liquid gold, it contains it's a powerful remedy. It contains sea moss, wormwood, and the African baobab. So the baobab is an African superfruit and it's 10 times the fiber of an apple. So it's like a super detox. Okay, you take a teaspoon, it's infused with raw honey, which is also antibacterial, will help you. Because if you're eating a lot of red meat, it's just like when you brush your teeth, you know, you take your mouthwash, you know, that gets the bacteria off your gum, off your teeth. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if that's there for that. Imagine what's actually happening in here.
With that,
a lot of bad bacteria, a lot of toxic. Exactly. So we always recommend, you know, our liquid gold because for not only does it detox, because like I said, it has a lot of fiber in it, so it helps to flush, but simultaneously it contains a herb called wormwood, which removes any worms or parasites that can be in your digestive system. And to keep it a buck, again, if you are the type of individual that is a heavy red meat pork eater, and especially if you have a lot of cravings, like for sugar and sweets, there's possibly you could have a parasite or a worm in your digestive system. So that's very critical just to detox. Where are the products? We're gonna drop a link definitely, but it's honeyseamoss.com, y'all. honeyseamoss.com. That's where you can go, and you know, again, we got all our natural products, but just again, liquid gold. That's something that we try to emphasize because again, that's always the first step is to flush. Second Second step is, again, being very accountable for what you're eating, and you have to take steps. Okay, you know what? I know usually, throughout the week, I'm usually, dibbling, dabbling, or whatever I want. You know what? I'm going to put myself on a schedule. Right?
Yeah.
I think, for the Monday through Thursday, you know what I'm saying? I'm targeting. If I know I like to eat a lot of fried foods, let me switch it over to some air fry. Let me switch it over to some baked foods. You know what I'm saying? Let me incorporate some more salads.
Boiled some or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Raw foods, more
raw.
Exactly.
You want to just start to, slowly but surely. You can have your cheat day on deck, but it's all about how fast and how far you want to take it, though. Because again, it's at this point now it's all mental. It's all mental now, because again, we're so used and we have these routines and these habits to to eat these sweets or to do this or do that. So I like to incorporate what we like to call a lot of us are familiar with the word fasting. And with fasting, of course, people will typically think about, okay, I got to stop eating meat. I got to stop eating food. I got to strictly drink water. Not necessarily, because when you fast, you can fast from social media. You can fast from electronics. But you also want to be able to take time to test yourself and say, you know what, for the next few days, I'm not going to do the one thing that I know that I got an issue with for a few days. I'm going to put myself to the test, and I'm not going to indulge in this one item that I know that's messing me up. You know what I'm saying? So again, you got to put yourself to the test. It's almost like just like when you lift weights. The more and more you practice slowing something down, the more you're going to start to create muscle memory of that. Absolutely. So that's when you start to learn how to break certain habits, Exactly. So again, it's lot of it. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's all that mindset, though. You feel me?
I gotta do this to better myself.
That goes.
I gotta like I don't. If I don't, I'm gonna keep having the same results that I'm having now. And these are not good results.
But what
it's just that simple. And and then you got to think about it like this. Okay, so look, I understand like when she said, the question of let me go back to the question where she said, where do you start? You know what I mean? And how do you change what you what I was gonna say with that? It's like pretty much kind of what you said is like start by taking away some of the things that you do eat, that do some research on those things first and foremost. Damn, did the camera die?
Uh-oh.
Hold on, wait. Technical difficulties.
Hear us, right?
Yeah, we still hear you, bro. Yep, we still good. We still good.
Technical difficulties, but
keep going. We good. We good.
But anyway, so
there you go.
Yeah, we right here now. Okay, so you take away some of the things that you've been eating, you know what I'm saying, and like do some research on them to see are they good for you or not, you know what I'm saying. And then once you do that, you determine like let me slow down eating this. Let me try to slow down eating this. Let me take a break from eating this for a minute and see how your body reacts, and not just react to meaning like withdrawal from it, but in the sense of because it's going to be a withdrawal from it if you've been eating it like, faithfully and all that, of course, but it may be a withdrawal in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Because something that you've been eating that been help having you gain weight that you don't, the weight that you didn't want. You know what I'm saying? Like weight in unnecessary places that it's like, dang, I'm getting like, I ain't noticed that, but you've been eating something that you like, dang, I didn't notice that that's what I've been eating. But you say you stop eating it and you start losing the weight. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, dang, okay. It instantly like
you have an experience.
Like, okay, yeah. It's just like I was saying earlier, like I notice when I eat certain stuff, how my bowel movements be. You know what I'm saying? How my body reacts to it, how I feel lethargic if I eat certain, certain stuff, like especially when I eat meats and all the processed stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel so much more, and it works hand in hand with your brain, because now it makes me not want to do, when you get the itis, they call it the itis. Exactly. That's not good, people.
Exactly.
That's not good, bro. And we the first ones to say, man, I got the itis. Oh, and start clapping and celebrating, ooh, and going and go to sleep. and they still sit on our stomach. Man, stuff sit on our stomach and our body and our livers and all in the inside our gut. Basically, in our gut. That's basically where it is. And just deteriorate us.
Absolutely.
Slowly but for surely.
Absolutely.
And you know, once you learn to be aware is to be alive. So once you learn about certain stuff that is not really for like, I don't want to say consumption, but really it's not for consumption. It's like we made it to be that, like, because of, you know, the traditions and, you know, what have you or whatever. But to be honest, that's really not what we should be consuming.
You know, one key thing, bro, that you spoke on a few minutes ago that I think is real important is that feeling, that experience that people begin to feel once they start to transition, because it's kind of like getting over that hump. You know, you ever exercise for, you know, the first day or two and your muscles are real sore. You like, damn, you know, I'm tired. But then once you get over that little hump, you like, damn, this shit feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like you start feeling differently every single day. And that's, to me, it's like, that's one of the most powerful parts of the experience, because once you start to feel it, then it's like, yo, I feel like I'm Superman.
I'm Superman. I'm Superman. Look, I got a whole different win. I can breathe now.
So at that point, you could take on life in a whole different approach, because this is just the foundation. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning, but it's so much more to life that we can be able to do, but it's a lot that's holding us down, it's a lot that's holding us back, you know?
Yes.
And most of it start up here.
Definitely. Stars up in
here. It's all up there. Everything is up there.
Within, man.
Everything. Straight up.
Within.
Because even when I was exercising, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking about exercise before I got into just recently consistently exercising, right? I was like, okay, I want to do it. But then it was like, I want tacos. I got to have tacos. I got to do this. I got to do it. I don't really need that stuff. I want that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling myself that's what I got to have.
Yeah.
So therefore my body's reacting to it. But then when we got into the more of the fruits and the berries and the water and the exercise stuff, it became like, okay, this is what we're doing. Every night we eating fruit for
it's crazy.
A bedtime snack.
I'm gonna say this because I literally just did this. Like I've been, you know, like I said, we fall short sometimes, and I've been eating just everything I own. I started off the year eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, and, you know what I'm saying, working out the wool. You know, I was doing good. Like I said, I noticed my body, how I reacted to it, and like my bowel movements would be different. Like it wouldn't be as hard to use, you know what I'm saying, to use it, to have one, or it would be more boom, boom, boom. They would happen more often, like they should, you know what I'm saying? And everything was just flowing, you know what I'm saying? More energy. You know what I mean? I felt I wasn't as tired and, you know, like I said, lethargic and stuff. But you know, been eating, kind of like falling a little bit and eating, you know, whatever I deem necessary, whatever around, and sort of, you know, man, just kind of like not sticking it to a fruits and vegetables.
Being consistent.
Staying consistent with it, and literally, like, this just happened like last week. I was, you know, got a lot of graduations and a lot of events, celebrations. It's the summertime, you know, it's a lot of pork going around, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ribs, a lot of green, a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, we eat, you know what I mean? We gotta eat it. It tastes good, you know what I mean? We really don't. And so I, you know, just eating cheese and tacos and everything, just stuffing myself. I hadn't even had no fruits in a minute. Like I normally be just, I take a day and I eat all fruit and vegetables and just a couple days. Like I might go 2, 3, 4 days. Just I'm stack up. Yeah. Love my berries.
Good.
Oh my God, it fill me up.
You get
water.
Energy.
It just be amazing. Like I start seeing the way I feel. Man, everything just is perfect. And I don't got to eat a lot of it because it just be like it's fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? It's just giving my body what it needs, the nutrients it needs, and then giving me that feeling of where I need to feel my belly up.
We don't feel tired.
I need to feel my belly up and feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying? This one got to be sticking out like that. That ain't what it, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I ain't finna do that, but I got a 6-pack again. I ain't had a six pack, bro. I'm being serious, bro. I'm being serious, bro. You know, come on, man. You know, I'm like, you feel what I'm saying? So
that do something to you, though. You know, like once you start to see that results,
it gives you a sense of confidence.
It's everything.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you continue doing it, you be confident in doing it, and you continue doing it when you see the results that you're getting from staying on that track. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I fell off a little bit, was eating all that stuff, and just like a day or two ago, we bought fruits. We went back, you know, I'm like, man, we gotta get our fruits. We went to Pete's and get, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pete's, you know what I'm saying? They got the groceries, man. They got the fruits in there to get our fruits that we love, you know what I'm saying? We eating. Man, we going there. And I went in there and grabbed what I normally get: berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, grapes, and you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I really love, that I know that I can literally eat these all day, all night, and I can see the change and how, everything is, you know what I'm saying?
How your body feels.
How
body responds.
It responds.
Well,
my body literally responds to it, like, and I can tell. But even when it comes to my breathing, and I've been having sinuses all my life. And since I've been changed, I change every now and again. I don't say every now and again, but I've been eating more fruits and veggies than ever before in life. I can tell the difference in the way I breathe, and you know what I'm saying, and all that.
You might get all that mucus, man. A lot of that meat, it creates a lot of mucus, which affects our sinuses, our nasal, our breathing.
All that.
Absolutely. Man. Look, I had to cut dairy. I had to cut dairy out completely, bro. It was a point. It was a point about 2 years ago. No, it was a little long, about 3 or 4 years ago, to be honest. So I started to experience this crazy mucus. You feel me? So I'm just coughing it up. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing the research. Oh man, what causes mucus? Dr. Sebi preaches that extremely hard. Is a lot of stuff that we eat that causes mucus. And that right there is what causes what?
A lot of disease and cancer. Inflammation.
Straight up. Yeah. Mucus creates mucous membranes. We create cancer cells. So that's something that once we
got in your body. Yep. The better off you'll be. Yeah, the healthier you'll be. Like, so I definitely noticed that, man. And so, I try to stay on that as much as possible. Like, even when, what I'm saying, like, I may go out and, what I'm saying, we be, like I say, you be at these not parties, but at these events and places, all they got is what they got, what I'm saying? But they still might have, they had a little fruit ball on the side, what I'm saying? Get you, a few little things, whatever, if you know what I'm saying, but don't overindulge, don't go crazy, but go on that little fruit and veggie, you get in that salads and get that, go get that. Eat that.
Gotta get that earth in you, baby.
Sometimes it be more left than anything else. You know what I'm saying? All the meat
that's necessary, man.
All the macaroni. I love macaroni, man, but every time I eat it, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, Joe, you got, it's like you say, you got to be strong.
That's why I say it's everything in moderation, though. That it's just a balance, So
that's it.
Again, if typically if you're used to eating the BS 6-7 days a week, just cutting it down to 2 to 3 days a week is a lot. That's when we're talking about starting off, where do I start? Again, it's being able to slowly begin to wing yourself off of this, begin to, like I said, instead of restaurant foods, let me go out and let me bake this. Let me, it's everything that's it's a steps, it's baby steps, because again, if we try to just go cold turkey, you're gonna give up. So be realistic with yourself,
For sure.
Keep it realistic with yourself.
After the detox, we're doing things in moderation. So what does that look like? Like, do you, like, if you're an avid beef eater or something like that, and you want to cut down, you take the Liquid Gold, right? That's the name of the product.
Yeah.
The detox, right?
Detox, yeah.
So we ordered a Liquid Gold because I got it on the website. I'm gonna get ready to order it shortly. But I want to do the Liquid Gold. But then what would be the next steps? Because a lot of times I believe it's like the steps that's laid out that helps.
Yeah,
helps the pattern be built.
Yeah.
So again, everyone has their own specific goals. For example, if let's say, like, I always ask everyone, what would you like to enhance in your health personally? You know, let's say, for example, if you smoke, you know, then that's maybe something you want to target, something that will build your lung strength, you know, help to boost your immune system up more.
Right.
Let's say if you're having issues with energy, you know, if you're tired a lot, you know, then we'll give you, you know, we have a product called Super She Legit that'll boost your energy up almost instantly. You
That's
know?
what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, that happens. And that's honestly, to be honest with you, that's probably like our most popular product because it gives you such a fast experience of energy, a healthy experience of energy, because it helps to boost your metabolism naturally, your energy levels, your stamina. But even as far as when it comes down to workout recovery, you know, that's the direction you want to go if you want to start exercising more. So again, depending on what your goals are, you know, I get a lot of older guys that's, you know, hey, they having a lot of problems downstairs.
I was just gonna say, what you got for the guys that can't.
You know, and I'm not even going to discriminate. I'm not going to discriminate. It's for men and women because
for sure.
A lot of women have issues, you know, on the lubrication side. Men on the flip side, you know, have
there'd be a little there's a storm down there.
So we keep natural herbs that can
it'll hurt. Take advantage.
Hey, straight up though, real talk.
Bro ain't lying though. He got.
Wait, I want to know what's the product. Which one?
Go back,
This
all on your website, right?
She legit,
all on honeycmoss.com.
So I see it help build muscle mass for working out. Is that what that's for?
Yes. So it helps build muscle recovery. So what it is, so She Legit, it's an organic matter that's extracted out of the Himalayan mountains. Now we infuse it with raw honey because it's a really thick tar. It has a disgusting taste, to be honest with you, but we infuse it with raw wildflower honey, which gives it amazing, delicious flavor to it. We also infuse it with sea moss, where you're still getting your body all those 92 minerals that it needs. So it's a very powerful combination when it comes down to muscle recovery, because sea moss has a lot of zinc in it, but that's also an aid in muscle mass, muscle recovery. She Legit is a very powerful component when it comes to that. So I use it myself. I'm a regular in the gym, so I have a lot of customers that are physical trainers. You know, they incorporate this product within their daily routines. And again, with the most frequent results that we always hear from all of our customers, 100%, everyone, is the energy. Because I don't care if you at work, I don't care where you at, you pull this little bottle out your pocket, out your bag, take you a little teaspoon, boom, energy, bam, just like that, you know. So we're doing that the natural way. We're deterring folks from, you know, the Red Bulls, you know.
No, I was just gonna say that.
Bad for your hot, you know.
What you think about the energy drinks, the little 5 hours and stuff? They ain't got nothing on what you got going on.
It's diabetes in a can, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to hate, but I'm just saying, you know, it's bad for your, it's very bad for your heart. It speeds your heart rate up. And you know, on top of that, you got that crash. We want balance. You know what I mean? We want to be able to take this, and we can be able to increase our health. You know, we can be able to take this and use our energy to where we need it without having to crash down, because again, our energy is everything, you know, especially we going to work. If you got kids, it's necessary, you know.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is.
You know what I want to put this on the screen. Hold on. I got a question, and I want the people to see what it looks like, because I like this product right here. Hold on, he getting it on the screen, because I want you to tell the people about this one. I want them to know what it looked like, so they could go right to the link right now and order. Here he come. Boom. And tell them about this one right here. It's coming up on the screen right now, because tell them about that one right there.
Okay, so that is what we call Fire Desire, and that is one of our popular ones also. So Fire Desire is a natural aphrodisiac remedy, and contains ashwagandha, sarsaparilla, damiana, raw sea moss, raw wildflower honey, and also a hint of peppermint. And I think a lot of folks don't even know this, but peppermint is also a natural aphrodisiac. So it increases that sex drive, especially for women. But yeah, it kicks in very fast because it's liquid. It absorbs in your bloodstream right away. So for my fellas, you take a little teaspoon. You know, now no shade to any other products out, but this is 100% natural. 100% natural. It's very healthy, and it's all about blood circulation. You know, these are herbs that increases your blood flow, opens up your blood vessels downstairs. So you take a little teaspoon, give it about 20, 30 minutes, you know, get in your bloodstream, and you rock.
You let them drops get down south. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be going back up north. You know what I'm saying?
And it's for couples. It's for couples. You feel me? It's for men and women. So you know, men and women can take it together. And y'all, man, if y'all see these testimonies, bro, crazy, crazy.
And we on so you know, I think there's gonna be one that we promote weekly, okay, for you, bro. Okay.
Hey, get it in.
Fire
it's all love, you feel me? It's all love, you know.
I want you to tell the people about that. I think is very powerful.
I know this is the same one.
I haven't tried it yet. He ain't put it up there yet.
Let me get it.
Hold on, he getting it together, y'all. But that Fire and Desire, y'all, I got that. That's a nice one. I'm letting y'all know. Go get it, y'all. This one right here, lung elevation. Can you tell the people about it?
Yes, lung elevation. For anybody that if you smoke, if you got asthma, you know, this is something that you probably want to incorporate within your daily routine, because now lung elevation contains elderberry, mullein leaf, raw honey, sea moss, and it is a huge immune booster, you know. So what it does is it helps to, you know, again, you know, when you know, we smoke blunts, it you know, a lot of the blunt wraps, you know, contains a lot of tobacco, you know, so that helps to remove, and you'll begin to actually cough it up. You know, people they cough, they start coughing up all these clumps of mucus, and so that's a cleanse for the lungs. That cleanses the lungs. So again, you know. And again, you know, we keeping it a buck. If we like to enjoy, we like to enjoy the smoke. Hey, it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? We can smoke, we can feel good, but then simultaneously, we still getting all that off your lungs, strengthening your lungs. You know, because again, especially for my folks that again, if you have breathing issues, if you have asthma, you know, this really opens up your nasal, you know, your whole, it's all upper respiratory support, you know. So,
right.
Yeah. So it's all, like I say, all upper respiratory support, like I say, elderberry, mullein leaf, raw wildflower, you know. So yeah, this is a very potent, very powerful remedy that targets your lungs.
No, for sure.
Let them know what. Can you tell us a little bit about the?
Man. Yeah, we want to see what you got going on, man. Yeah, let the people know what's going on, man. You know.
Absolutely. So again, I don't know if you guys were here when we first started. If not, I am a meditation instructor. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm also I'm very engulfed into my own personal physical health. So you know, everything that I've done to my life personally, you know, on the physical, mental, spiritual level, you know, I try to incorporate that to where I can be able to spread this information and experience to the people. So this class we call it the Ultimate You. And the Ultimate You is a powerful blend of yoga, we get that nice stretch. And man, look, when it comes down to stretching, y'all, that's something that we stray away from, because you get, as we get older, especially you sit down a lot.
That's why you still.
Yeah, exactly. Stiff as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blend of yoga, so where we stretch to R&B soul, a lot of R&B soul classics. We stretch that out. Then we transition into.
Not to cut you out. I tell my wife all the time, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I tell my mama that too. It's like, you got to stretch. You work out these muscles and work out stuff, and you know what I mean. You got to use this stuff, man, or you ain't gonna have it to use it because it's gonna lock up, or you know how it goes. So, but no, not to cut you off. Keep going, man.
You're all good, bro. So yeah, we transition from that yoga stretch to hip hop cardio, and that's where we turn things all the way up, though. You know what I'm saying? We get it in. We start hitting these cardio exercises, y'all. We start to break that sweat. We start burning calories. We start to shedding off that weight for anybody that's trying to drop some pounds off for the summer. You feel me? We get it in. We turn it all the way up, man. We get our exercise in, and from at that point, we bring everything back down, we cool off, we cool down, and we transition into sound bath therapy meditation. And if you're not familiar with sound bath therapy meditation, sound bath therapy is where we have these big singing bowls. They call them a singing bowl, and they emit a very loud vibrational tone. And as you begin to absorb that high vibration, it naturally just calms the entire body, mind, spirit all the way down. It aligns onto a certain vibrational frequency. We have several sound therapy bowls that targets different aspects of your energy. When it comes down to grounding, your emotional energy, your motivational energy, your heart, your love energy, your throat, your throat energy, where you can speak into existence. We target different vibrational frequencies. As you're meditating, I guide you into a meditation where you take a journey inside of you. I'm talking about you leaving everything that's on the outside. You leave it out there. I'm talking about the bills, the stress of the kids, all that is happening on the outside of your physical life.
Yeah,
we drop it all. We go all the way inside. We start incorporating all of these deep breaths, and the deep breathing begins to relax the mind all the way down. And then we start to repeat these affirmations. And then when you begin to bring your brain waves all the way down, it becomes very subjective to what you're putting into it. So now that's when you hear that label of planting seeds. This is where we plant seeds. You plant the seeds into your subconscious. So despite whatever trauma you've been through, whether if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, stress, we begin to plant these seeds when your brain waves are all the way still. And I'm talking about when you're at a state of, imagine like how you feel when you're about to get ready to go to sleep. You're like so relaxed. You're at a state where you're right before you're about to go to sleep, but you're still conscious. We start to incorporate all of these affirmations, these powerful, I am limitless, I am powerful, I am divine. And you start to incorporate these affirmations with repetition over and over and over, and you're laying back, you're breathing, you're feeling good, you're absorbing this vibration, you're absorbing all these affirmations over and over. And then once you come out of it, it's tattooed on your subconscious. Now you come out of it and you're feeling relaxed, you're feeling good. All of that stuff on the outside, it doesn't even matter anymore. The only thing that matters is how powerful you are, how powerful you feel, how divine you are, becoming aware of how powerful your mind is at that point. So we began to transition from there into what we call life, power, and motivation, because we're not going to see you on your way just feeling relaxed, but we're going to align with what your purpose, what your passion in life, because now we got all the all the mess out the way, you know, all that stress, all the anxiety, all the stuff that was bringing our mental, you know,
holding
to
you
a place
down.
that where we're off, right? So now we're balanced. Now we're going to bring things back up. Now we're turning back things back up. And me, I am a motivational speaker, so I'm going to speak to your soul.
Speak life.
We're gonna put things into balance where we get to align exactly what we need to target in our own personal lives. You know, what is it? What's your dream? What is your goal? You know, what is it that we need to accomplish to begin to take our life to the next level? We're not finna just leave just feeling relaxed and cool. Now it's time to go back to the real world with our real power. You know, so every Tuesday, y'all, we're located at 6330 South Racine. We are every Tuesday, 7 o'clock. MosesAtComb.com is where you can register. We have 1 month's pass available, but yeah, that's the ultimate you, baby. We transition you into your ultimate you.
And it's BYOM.
Yes, but we do have some spare back. So if you don't, it's all good. Moses got you, all right? Mad on me, all right?
I like it, mad on me, and we go.
I was gonna say bring your own mind. Ooh. I ain't even noticed to bring your own mat. I didn't even notice that. I just say, oh, that was cool. Bring your own mind. All right.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
That's a good one, man.
And the people can find you on, what was it, 6330, correct, Racine?
Yeah, that's where our studio is, the Ultimate U Studio. Yep. It's an indoor-outdoor studio, so it's getting nice outside, y'all. We have a beautiful outside section, you know, because again, with the classes being at 7 o'clock around that time, it's the sunset. So again, when it's starting to get a little nice outside, we're gonna switch, transition things from inside to the out. And man, it's beautiful being out to be able to be out in nature, you know, with seeing the sunset above is a beautiful thing. So definitely come tap in with us, y'all.
No, for sure. Man. Hey,
it's been amazing having you. And so do you have any words to encourage any entrepreneurs that's out there? What is a word that you would give to any entrepreneurs that are out there, whether they're starting? I mean, if you want to touch if they're starting, if they're in it, or, you know, maybe they're about to give up. Maybe they're about to say, you know what, this is too much.
I mean, man, you never give up, you know, never, ever in your life, because especially when you're aligning with what you love to do, that's what matters first and foremost. Once you find what you love, your passion, that's your purpose, your reason to create. And once you're able to align with what you love, it's not all about the money. You know, the money's going to come. Money's going to come. You know, I mean, it took me. This is my 5th year. You know, with our herbal business, and again, it takes time to build. But once you align with what you love to do, you know what I love to do. I love to help people. You know, I love to see people heal from that cancer. You know, and once you align with what you love, then it's all about consistency, y'all. It's all about consistency. You have to just keep going. You got to keep going. You can't stop. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you love it, you're gonna coast.
It should become a lifestyle.
Easy.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely. And you know, as far as when we're talking about small businesses, though, I think one thing that honestly a lot of us don't really take into consideration, but the financial aspect of things is very critical. I definitely recommend, getting your credit together, being able to have leverage, so where you can be able to invest. A lot of times folks are investing their own personal money, and I've made a lot of mistakes. For y'all probably know, I had a restaurant previously. I invested a lot of money, a lot of my own personal money into the restaurant. The restaurant really wasn't part of my purpose. It was just something because I was making good money because with my business. We were booming. So I said, okay, well, let me go take this and let me flip that over here. And that's going to happen. And this is one thing that we all got to be able to understand, that we're going to take L's. You're going to take an L. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
It's absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So it's when you take the L, don't get caught up in it, because it's a test. If I put my money into something and, oh man, that didn't really flip. Okay, put it on the shelf. Move on to the next one. Okay, let me see if this works. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Put it on the shelf. Move on to the next one. Sometimes you have to maneuver and mold your niche the way exactly how it needs to be. You may not have it. You may have it in a broad way, but specifically, it might be something you're doing wrong. You might be not marketing the right way. It's something about this product that's not that where your people, your customers aren't coming back regularly. Okay, maybe I got to tweak this a little bit. So it takes time, but it takes consistency more than anything. And I can say, y'all, honestly, I've had to transition and tweak things, but again, 5 years in, we 6 figures up. You feel me? So that's again, it's I've been, transitioning. Like, it's been 10 years. I've been, an entrepreneur on the legal side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, I'm sure.
But even then, even my folks that, when we hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you hustle, that's you have something that's more powerful than anybody, because you have that muscle memory of knowing, okay, I know how to invest. Instead of using that word flip, now we call it an investment now, Exactly. Now you can be able to invest properly and legally now, So again, we're at a point now where, you can be able to take your mindset, target whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you love, target it and lock on it like it's a pit bull, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't let it go and just go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go hard.
Execute.
That's it. That's it. That's all. You feel me? Like, it's all about just going hard, y'all. And again, I know a lot of times that we got kids, we have these jobs that we may have to go to. Honestly, when I started my herbal business, I was an EMT. So it was a lot of multitasking that had to be done. But even though I'm putting my time and my energy into this job, my thought process is in a whole nother direction. Okay. So a lot of times when we're multitasking is difficult, I know, because we're so involved. We're so involved in our personal lives. We got kids. We got a lot of stuff going on. But when you're locked in up here, your thought process, I'm talking about, even in your downtime, you're Googling, okay, what do I got to purchase to do this? What do I got to do to get that? Okay, let me write down my plan. Okay, what's the goal for week number 1? What's goal for week number 2? What's, you're steady. You have to constantly, completely be possessed with your action.
It becomes a lifestyle.
It becomes a lifestyle. You feel me? It becomes a lifestyle. Because as long as you got this moving up here, now you're exerting a lot of thought energy into building your love, your passion, your dream. It's all about creating thought energy, though. Because you can be. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can physically be doing this, but even though I'm physically lifting up these patients, doing this, that, whatever, in my mind, I'm in a whole other dimension of my passion and what I love to do. So I'm going to sleep thinking about it. I'm waking up thinking about it. I'm eating thinking about it. I'm going to the bathroom thinking about it. Everything I've trained, when you train your thought process to become aligned with what you love of your purpose, like, we're not finna be here forever, y'all. No. This is all temporary. You feel me? If this is all temporary, so whatever it is that you're doing in your life, from the moment that you wake up to to the moment that you're going to sleep, if you're not exerting, whether if it's physical energy or thought energy into your purpose and your passion and what you love to do, you are wasting time. You are just wasting life. So I encourage everybody, I don't care what it is, align with what you love to do and put everything you got into it mentally, because mentally it's your thought. It's your thought that's going to lead you in the right direction. If you think about, I want everybody to do one thing real quick. I want you to look at exactly how your life is, everything around you, everything from your finances, the type of car you drive, where you live, everything, your entire environment, everything around you, your life is what's happening up here. Everything up here has led you to where you are. So if you want to elevate that, if you want to elevate that car or that house, wherever it is that how much money you're making, you have to transition this, because every second you're thinking, every second you're thinking, and you're not even thinking about it. It's just like when you're breathing, you're doing all this on a subconscious level. But you're thinking. But 95% of those thoughts that's happening moment by moment is happening on a subconscious level. You don't even know what's happening on the inside. You're just conscious. The only thing you're conscious about is what you seeing, what you smelling, what you hearing, what you tasting, your five senses. That's what you plugged into. But it's what's happening up here that's going to take you wherever it is you need to go. But a lot of times people, they so into this, you know what I'm saying? They hungry. Okay, what we finna eat for dinner?
What we finna order?
You know what I'm saying?
So
people's lives, they're not participating in their own life. Their life is happening right in front of them, but they too busy watching it, and sometimes you get tricked into it. You get what I'm saying? Like people do. You know what I'm saying? They get trained into it to the point where they don't even realize they train. You sitting here and you in this phone for more than 8 hours of the day, and you could be feeding your mind with what it is that your passion is. Developing yourself to what it is that you love, instead of just thinking about it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and then spending the rest of the day thinking about it and looking at somebody else's life.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got to just be conscious of that. And that's one thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, keep it a buck. That's one thing when we meditate, that's what we do. We practice how to think. You know what I'm saying? We're practicing over and over this one little thing. We notice that we practice, and everything is a repetition. And you think about how advertising works, right? When you see an advertisement, a radio commercial over and over, or you hear a song playing over and over, guess what? It gets stuck in your head.
It's brown.
Even if you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? You become to actually like it because you start singing it, or you start mimicking it, or you be like, man, why the fuck am I saying it? Or why am I even?
Exactly. And that's how this works, though. It's like a big ass recorder. You feel me? So you have to reverse engineer this. You have to reverse engineer exactly. You have to repeat. You have to put. You know, we talk about people do vision boards. You know, whatever. You know, if you want to put your mind on money. Put money on your dash. Put $100 bill on your dashboard. Whatever it is that you want to target, that's what you have to plant in your garden up here.
That's it.
You got to. But that's the thing, though. A lot of people don't know how to do that because we're so involved into the outer world. Well, this is the inner world. Everything that's happening on here is happening on an inner level. So we have to go from the outside, and guess what? We have to go back in.
Start within, man.
That's
it. Man. That's it.
That's good information, man. We appreciate you for coming out and you know what I'm saying, dosing us with all these gems.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Having me, yo. You know,
Mama say this is a dynamic segment, very informative and inspirational. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yes, Mama. Yeah, I'm glad you tuned in, Mom. For real. You go back and watch this. You know what I mean? Because my brother Moses, he definitely, you know what I mean? It's all about, like you said, it's about training your mind, man. So, you know.
I'm a fan of the sea moss products. I just need y'all to know that.
Oh yeah,
he knows that.
They
I
really
talk
work.
about it all the time.
They really work.
It
really work.
Working at Cook County.
And I'm saying, hold on, wait. I'm sorry, baby, not to cut you off. Especially if you drink and you get a hangover. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
A lot of friends of ours say that people that tune in, they like to indulge. It's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just we say in moderation. It's definitely juice. It tastes very good.
Juice.
But what I'm saying is, not us, the people, the crowd, the people that are watching, the people out there, you. Yeah, right. He got some products, some special products, and you know what I mean. They're better than that stuff you get in the store. They can save you. They're very yes. Oh, you done kicked it, and you think you're gonna wake up and go to work.
Absolutely.
And you think about, oh my God, yeah, you can't do it. Man, you get what he got. Take a teaspoon of it.
Or what's another?
Man, look.
The power or
super she legit, that power. I mean, the power targets inflammation. The super she legit though, that energy.
Super she legit.
She legit. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look. I'm gonna go. Hold on. We're gonna put it up one more time.
Yeah, so you can
for them to
no
go and check out the site. Man. You know what I'm saying? honeyseamoss.com. This is the site, you know what I'm saying, where you got all these products that they, like I said, they're very good products. They're natural herbs and natural remedies that actually work for whatever it is that they say on the bottle that they do. That's what they do.
I'm excited to try the memory and the memory one.
Yeah,
I don't know that one. Is that new?
Not really. We've had it for a while, but that's the lion's mane mushroom. That's just all mental health. All mental health.
Everything.
Focus,
these are natural things that you can do and take and eat and consume. That will bring back the natural things that we inherited from God, that God gave us, that we lose over the time of eating processed foods and watching this processed TV and all this.
But lion's mane is really, really good though. But I would like another way to consume it. So we have lion's mane.
And also another herb, which is called it's an African herb called Graphonia cephalosia, and this herb, it increases the serotonin inside your mind, your brain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So melatonin is what keeps us sleep. The serotonin is when you wake up and your eyes see light. That's when you transition the hormone from melatonin to serotonin, and Graphonia cephalosia that enhances the serotonin, which makes you nice and sharp, like really sharp, So all brain health, y'all. That's that brain boost right there.
Man,
I put it in my cart right now.
No doubt, y'all. No doubt.
I love these products. I love a product that really, really works.
Man, we definitely appreciate the information, man, and the enlightenment on everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, we're gonna bring you back up here. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Do it again. Do this again. Hey. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta say one thing though, yo.
For sure,
man. The love that y'all have, the love energy that y'all have within this platform. Is that love is the most powerful energy in the universe,
No, it is.
And the love energy, when you all come together, it's like Megatron. This platform is so powerful, y'all. But I see it's bonded through love, and I love that, man. Meet the Godfreys, yo. I
appreciate that, bro.
Powerful, y'all. I love it, man. Keep going, y'all. Don't stop.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that, Moses. Real talk, man. Real talk. And you know what? I know I'm supposed to been slid on you, grab some of that you did, that chi. You know what I'm saying? But it just, life hits you, be so much going on. So I know
we gonna grab some. We gonna get it in.
She gonna grab it on the internet, even if I ain't got to meet up with you. But
boom. That's how it works, baby. You feel me? That's what it's about.
That's about what this episode about anyway. Entrepreneurship.
That's what it's for.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Can we really talk about it real quick?
Yeah.
Because when we first met you, and one thing that I push is connections matter. Okay.
Yeah.
But when we first met you, we just tried it. You know what I'm saying? You hadn't had the site, you hadn't had the
no,
business and all
everything
things.
wasn't just.
So you are literally not just talking about it, but you are about
You're
it
literally
because
doing
you are literally here today. And not only now you have the website, right? Because remember, you was delivering.
Yeah.
We local with it.
Pull up. If you pull up, hey.
You were out there doing it, which is like in his car, bringing us our
the
product.
footwork. You was
That's
getting
amazing.
busy.
And
Yeah,
now he has the website.
Got the website.
And man, and because it's a product that really helped the people, like I'm so happy and honored that to even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
man, we got this stuff out and you still pushing and doing it. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Man,
keep it
I
up.
appreciate you, love, yo. Hey, can't stop, won't stop. Yeah,
you know
it. We with it. Straight up, much love. I appreciate y'all, yo.
Oh, for sure, man.
All
right, this Moses a Comb, y'all, man. We gonna get back up with him, man.
Find you?
All right. So my name MosesAtComb.com. That's where I even have online classes. We do online classes with our tribe where we teach meditation every Wednesday at 8 o'clock at 8 p.m. Also, I do one-on-one sessions. That's where you can also sign up for our class. I do motivational speaking. I do private meditation classes for groups, for retreats. We with it. From top to bottom, tap in. If you have any information, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on the website. Yeah. And sky's the limit.
Hey, it's been a blessing, brother. For real.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you for tapping in with us, man.
Yeah.
Much love to y'all. Love y'all, man, for sure.
Love you too, brother.
Love, bro. We're gonna holler at you a little later. All right.
Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
all right, y'all.
Guys. We thank you.
We
guys
appreciate
for
y'all
tuning in with us.
Hey, we had a little technical difficulty. The camera, our main camera went out, but we still got another camera.
Gotta keep going. Remember, that's what the entrepreneur.
You gotta look this way. The green light. Green light.
How many times he told me to do that?
Hey.
Because first of all, you told me to look this way. Now,
well,
just like brother talked about,
it ain't that way no more.
But he talked about training the mind.
Right.
And you've been telling me since we've been doing this, you've been saying, look this way. Look this way. Now I'm looking this way. What you want me to do?
Look this way.
Now you want me to look this way.
This is what the people at. See, the only reason she don't want to look this way is because she can't see herself. See what I'm saying? and the reason she can't see herself is because she the reason. She can't see herself.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You the reason.
Now he blame me.
Because I ain't did nothing to it.
I ain't do nothing.
So we got to look this way to see ourselves, but we got to look at this way to see y'all. But we can't see y'all because we got to look this way as a blank screen.
Another day, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
That's a story for another day. We're going to talk about it. We're going to find
a way to run out of time.
Show,
we run out of time.
Because we're going to talk about when he blamed you, wives, okay, when the husband blamed you, when it ain't even you, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we take it, you know what I'm saying?
That ain't even how it begins.
That is how it happened. I was, look. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in with us today.
Appreciate y'all, man.
We had the wonderful entrepreneur on here. We are entrepreneurs ourselves.
Yeah.
We are working on even the consistency, and we appreciate y'all for pushing us, for supporting us, and just being here with us daily.
Matter of fact, while we repping, we go ahead and let them know what the books you got going on. Let them know what's going on with you, baby.
Well, so first of all, I do want to talk about this new session that I started on TikTok and YouTube. I'm gonna publish the first episode to the YouTube channel, which is Speaker of Life on Muriel Godfrey on YouTube, right? So y'all please go out and support that page. However, it's called Heal Out Loud Shine Sessions. Heal Out Loud Shine Sessions. And this is just a time where we just talk it out, right? Because a lot of times some people feel like they don't have nobody, right? And sometimes that person is the person who has been through what they've been through, right? So one thing we talked about on the first episode of Shine Session is the book, How to Build a Bridge and Get Over It, right? Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of people tell you, get over it. And you like, I want to, but I don't know how, right?
Yeah, let's just wait.
And so in this anthology project that I did with 6 amazing authors,
green light.
I am in chapter 5, and it's how to build a bridge and get over childhood trauma, healing the little girl to become the better woman. And I talk a little bit briefly about healing those childhood wounds that show up in adult rooms, right? There are childhood wounds that show up in adult rooms because we have not healed the little girl, right, to become the better woman, or healed the little boy to become the better man. And so we're going on this journey on TikTok and YouTube, and we're talking about it. But you can also support us by getting this book, right? Yes. I'll drop the link. I don't think we got the link right here, but I'll drop the link in this comment section so it'll be there. Here he comes. Wait, Bob, tell us again. But the other book.
The book.
The other book.
Dang.
Okay, so the other book is Miera, the Girl Who Learns to Shine. I Am Enough, because you are enough, right? And it's written by me, Speaker Life Muriel Godfrey. You can find this book on Amazon.com. You could just type in Muriel Godfrey and it'll pop up, right? So I appreciate all your support. It's not just a book; it's a conversation starter and a family book where you can sit down with your family, read it with your kids, and literally start to read the part that's in the middle where there's some conversation starters there, right? And you will be amazed at what your kids share with you that maybe you just couldn't get out through general conversation, right? And in the end, there's a powerful inspirational journey. Inspirational journal that the kids could utilize in the back of the book, right? Yeah. So those are the two books, and get ready for the one that's on the way. I'm gonna put that one up there. Yeah. The one that's on the way.
I don't know who them two people is. She call herself having us created. You know what I'm saying? But
the new novel that's on the way, When God Wrote Us, based on a true love story. Yours truly, Meet the Godfreys, right? But this is a powerful novel, y'all. It's gonna be so amazing. I can't wait till y'all get it. So get ready to see it. So get ready to see it in the stores near you, on a bookshelf near you, on the Amazon near you. Get ready, because it's going
coming.
to hit.
It's coming.
The summertime, y'all. Summertime, shine, yeah.
Yeah, so man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We ain't gonna hold y'all up no time longer.
Support us.
We gotta let them know. We gotta know. You gotta help us grow. This is part where everybody can kick in. Everybody can, you know what I'm saying, help be a part of the Meet the Godfreys. You know what I'm saying? What we want to call this, estate, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Meet the Godfreys family.
Family, yeah. You part of the gang. Meet the Godfreys gang. MTGG, Meet the Godfreys gang.
Help us bring
gang.
Help us grow.
You know what I'm saying? So content. Bring more quality content. Shoot, we gotta get more batteries and stuff, man. Because you see, the cameras is dying, and she don't want to look over here because the green light is over here, but she want to look over there at the main camera. So, but this is the backup camera. So I'm just trying to tell her. So we gotta, if we, just a little help, and we can probably have both cameras. That way we can make it work. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate all your support.
Man, we appreciate y'all.
Pray that there'll be no lack from you sowing into our ministry, but there'll be an overflow of growth. And an increase in all your accounts.
For sure.
Right? Because you sowed into this good ground.
Yeah.
And if the other ways don't work for you, you can also sow by Cash App, FSC Finance, or Zelle, 872-227-2121. We appreciate each and every seed that is sown, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
And we can't wait until next Thursday to see you again.
Hey,
we are Meet the Godfreys.
We are Meet the
Follow
Godfreys.
us on all the platforms.
All of them, please.
All social media platforms.
All of them.
If you can't find us, let us know. We'll help you.
Peace.
Peace.
Gon' pay you. I know this hard work gon' pay you. I ain't taking days off. I'm the boss, I ain't getting laid off. I know this hard work gon' pay you. So I'ma keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously they like the music and they love the way I'm moving. Stack the money, had a crew and wildlife. Yeah, we a movement. Only with bad bitches with street nerd up on the booty. Make a tootie, come and suited and booted. Put it in the circle.